Should we just begin?
Go on then.
Like this?
Wow.
Like this?
It's just so cozy now.
Yeah, we've sacked off my expensive studio again.
Yeah.
That I never
What an investment.
for the expensive house that we have. The expensive house that's always I'm going to stop sitting like this.
Yeah.
We got Arthur Hill here, everybody. Welcome.
That's Arthur.
The man who never ever has made it into an I'm Alex video on the main channel.
I know, which was like the thing was that was discussed, and it's happened never.
You always
I am
busy. You always end up in everybody else's group videos. I feel like
I'm actually just avoiding you massively in the house.
But to be fair, I will go to bed as you leave. To do a session. Opposite. We're living very different schedule. Mate, my sleep schedule honestly is like, I've been told that I have to wake up like 9 o'clock tomorrow, and honestly it's like my biggest fear.
Man. I guess it just takes one bad day or a couple bad days, you know?
Do you know
what do they say in holes? Which hole's the worst? The second hole?
I don't know. What's the second hole?
Have you watched Holes? Do you know like Holes, the movie? And like in English they teach you about holes?
No.
There's got to be a gay joke in there somewhere. But
I know nothing about holes.
There's like it's like a punishment for like badly behaved kids, and they go to the desert and they dig holes every day. They dig.
This was Breaking Bad. You were talking about Breaking Bad.
They dig holes every day. Shia LaBeouf. And then they're like, which hole's the worst hole to dig? Is it the first hole or the second hole? No, each one gets worse. This was so not worth bringing up.
Welcome back to the Internet Sensation podcast, guys. Basically, as I said, we're going to be doing like 2 podcasts a week now, which was a stupid decision on my part because I can't even do one. So we decided we make use of the living room. Do you remember when we got this place? We were like, we're going to film so much stuff in here. And how long have we been living here for?
I think we're at the
we're at the halfway mark.
Yeah.
And we filmed. You filmed one video.
I filmed one video here, which actually, I mean, it is like actually really good space to film in.
You filmed a video with Max.
Filmed the Max video, yeah, and it was better than spending loads of money on a studio.
Yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
Genuinely, that may be the worst thing I've ever done buying that studio. It's a great life lesson, I think.
Yeah, man, just lessons.
But but it's just a very expensive lesson. Like, there's one of those things where everybody around me is talking about like how they're all going to start buying houses, and I'm sat there like,
oh man,
I've got like that
bums me out so much.
Yeah, I've got an entire mortgage in a studio that I've shot 4 things in the last 6 months. It
makes me feel so stupid. It's like people my age are buying houses.
Yeah.
Like so far off.
And we're sat here renting a place where we have to get the showers fixed every 2 weeks.
I'm renting a place that George has to knock on my door and ask for permission to piss.
I don't know if people really know this, do they? Like when we moved into this place, it's a great, to be fair, like there's so many plus sides to this house. Like when you really knock down how much we pay each in London, if you were to like, for space, it's decent.
Yeah, it is insane.
You get a lot of meter for your money. Yeah. But when it comes to the fact that we only have like 2 toilets.
2 toilets and then no shared one.
Yeah, and they're both en suites.
Yeah. So George showers in my room, George shits in my room, George pisses in my room.
How does this actually work with you two? Because what if it's like 2 o'clock in the morning?
So politely, George does just go down into the garage and
pisses in the sink. That is mental that he lives like that. That is actually crazy. Because
I can't imagine how he feels every time he has to do that. Like thinking of the money he's paying for rent in his house.
It's so
and he's
London.
In the garage. And he has to get like a pedestal because it's too high.
Because sometimes I'll go in there to get my clothes out of the washing machine 2 days after I put them in. And then he'll be in there and I'll be like, I hope he's brushing his teeth. Like, it's like a 50-50 of like, am I going to walk in? Is he going to have his cock out over the sink? You know, and that's a fun game to play in
will
London.
George have his cock out?
Next time anybody makes a fan edit of him, just think about that scenario in your head. And does that make him go up in your estimations or lower? Actually, that's something we should talk about. Those Rating the Chaos Crew videos that you've been putting on your Instagram.
Oh, I was getting nice ones at the start, like around the 7 and 8 mark, and then suddenly like fucking 2 after 2 after, then like a 1. I got a 1 and it said he's like something, but like at least he's got a nice voice. Basically saying that if I didn't have my voice, I would be a 0.
So
like, that is insane.
People have been rating us based on, I guess, like looks, personality, but like with their friends, I guess that's the trend.
Yeah, it's like my mum rates my sister, my 4-year-old.
Yeah, and it's like, but I only get the fan edits on the View page. I haven't had any of these videos yet. No. I just see them on your Instagram story of people just like violating you.
Yeah,
mainly because I honestly, if one of those appeared on my View page, I would not get past the first second before I went, absolutely no way. It's
just annoying, like George getting the fucking 9 out of 10.
Well, of course he does.
Time, 10 out of 10. Arthur as well. That's what hurts the most, is that like I've gone my whole life being the only Arthur around. Now I'm like, not only he's getting like the 10 and I'm a 0.
Mate, I don't even want to know. That was the first thing I remember.
You get quite consistently good ones.
I reckon 7.
Yeah, I think that's.
But I'd be happy with that.
Yeah,
like, if that was like a football rating and I was getting consistently 7s, I'd be seen as a decent Premier League player.
I always think as a man to rate yourself anything higher than a 7
is mental.
Is an ego thing.
Yeah, you know? I think rating yourself in any scenario is
higher than
is a bit crazy, to be fair. Yeah. But yeah, we do see those videos, by the way, when you guys tag us in them.
Night,
TikTok has this thing where if I get tagged in something, it's like instantly, like within minutes, it's on my View page.
Really?
I can't avoid it. Like I get some like crazy things. Like I got one earlier that was just like it was about George Mimulus. It was about how everybody was better at making videos in 2018, and all the comments were like, "These videos were really good until we met that gay I'm Alex bloke."
Nice,
and I'm just like, "Thanks TikTok." This is I've been on the app for 5 minutes, and I'm just like getting that. I genuinely like every fan edit I think I've seen. I don't think I've missed one. I maybe get like 6 videos a day.
I think I still have my like notifications on for when I'm mentioned in the video.
Oh, fuck that.
So like, I don't know why I haven't turned it off, because also like every time someone uses the iced coffee sound, I get mentioned.
Yeah, and like you actually have like millions of videos.
It's pretty crazy. I think it's 2.5 million now.
That's insane.
I know.
How many of those videos do you reckon are actually good?
Yeah, I think probably 1 million of them are bots, to be honest. Like
I get the weird, like every time there's I'll get like a Starbucks advert.
Yeah,
and then
actually, fuck you, Costa. I'm suing your ass. This is a warning.
So what happened with Costa?
They used it. They used the sound on an advert and boosted it, which you're not allowed to do.
Did they not pay you?
No, I didn't get. I like someone sent it to me on Instagram. If it was, they used a TikTok sound. Obviously, there's nothing I can do. But like, there is like, if you put it on Instagram and it's there, like, and you actually make it like an official advert, you can't do that shit without my permission.
Yeah, like a brand like that, regardless. Like,
I know, just pay me.
Yeah, surely you would reach out.
Pay me.
But you know what it is? It's some intern who's gone.
It won't notice.
Oh my god, I love Arthur Hill. Yeah, and then now Costa Coffee will fill your wrath, mate.
Yeah,
the coffee's gonna get even more expensive, guys, and it's gonna be because Arthur Hill sues them, and it's gonna be even worse.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like
I want free coffee for life.
Yeah, all the
dog shit. Your coffee's dog shit.
The sandwiches are right.
Sandwiches are good. The toasties.
Yeah, the toasties are they're the best thing. But it's pretty bad if you're a coffee place and the best thing you make is sandwiches. It's not really
very true.
It's not really ideal. You must have had some like. You must have seen your song used by some weird people, like celebrities, surely though.
Yeah. Someone weird used it. I think I got excited because Macklemore used it.
Really?
But then I went on the video and it's just silent. He just like used it because it was trending. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, what, to get his video in the algorithm?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and it's just like not you can't hear it.
That's actually fucking hilarious.
I can't remember what it was.
He's used your sound and muted it.
Yeah.
There's this weird thing where like I'll get random adverts and then it won't have the sound, but I guess your song is like in this system that just randomly puts it over.
Yeah, I think that is what it is. I think it's like still like it just gets randomly put on.
It puts on like random viral videos.
Yeah.
Because I kept on sending them to you for ages.
Yeah, I remember. It was funny, yeah.
Because, I think maybe it picks the song based on the viewer, maybe?
Yeah, I honestly don't know. And so many of them are just pictures.
Really?
Like, yeah.
Should we go? I'm going to go through the sound right now, actually. Let's see.
Yeah, I don't know what the most liked...
We'll do iced coffee, right? Is that the most popular one?
Yeah, iced coffee, yeah.
Because obviously Tiny Room was also like...
Tiny did okay. It was like 350,000 or something.
That's mental, though. Yeah. All right, I've typed in the word iced coffee, and that's...
Yeah, because you can't actually...
There we go. Popular, 2.5 million videos. That's insane. I'm looking through. There's
one with a girl with a really nice bum.
I've seen that. I've just seen that one. People eating McFlurries.
That kind of works. It's not coffee or
There's
ice,
a lot of tits.
Yeah, a lot of boobs. What have boobs got to do with iced coffee?
Yeah, there's so many.
What is funny is that I will say that the song is about blowjobs.
Oh, I generally thought you just loved coffee.
No, it's about oral sex.
So, what was the inspiration for that one?
We were like,
you and George Clarkey were hanging out.
Sounds really funny. We were just like, let's try and think of a really lazy metaphor for sex.
Is that genuinely how we were writing it?
Yeah, and then it was just like, it's like an iced coffee in the morning. Like you wake me up with a morning blowjob.
Great. It's every man's dream.
Wakes me up the way I want.
So Costa Coffee used that.
I'm tripping and yeah. Fuck.
They're going to be in trouble now.
I'm sure they watched the I'm Alex podcast.
Okay, yeah, a Christian mum is going to see this and
I'm lying. It's not about blowjobs. I made that up for content.
He loves coffee.
I love coffee. It's all about coffee.
Do you? Surely it must be. Have you ever gone anywhere to order a coffee and had?
I have. Someone at Paddington Station gave me a coffee for free, which was great.
Because of the song.
Yeah, because of the song.
It was getting massively caffeinated. That's amazing. You should start making songs about stuff that you want for free. 4K
PS5,
television, PlayStation 5, an Xbox, and a new computer and a microphone.
Not be lonely anymore.
Yeah. To be fair, that could work.
That could work, yeah.
But then you'd end up with somebody off TikTok.
True, that would be awesome.
And that would be the worst.
Oh, God.
Nobody wants that. I'm still going through the videos. There's somebody making protein Rice Krispie buns.
Okay.
There's a woodpecker.
Nice.
There's countries that support Iran and countries that support Israel tier list.
Okay.
That's political.
Wow.
You're part of the political movement. People rating different types of coffee. Another person's backside. Genuinely, this is amazing. There's a woman with no hair.
I just love how there's 2.5 million videos and literally not a single trend in there.
Yeah,
They're
honestly.
all just completely different.
There's a lot of like cooking related ones, which I guess makes sense.
Yeah.
And then there's there's that sour pickle trend. Have you seen that?
No.
Where people like buy pickles in packets off the internet, like get them delivered to their house and eat them. It's
fucking hate pickles,
mate.
I'll never do that.
But like buy a pickle from Tesco, semi fair.
Yeah.
Ordering one off Amazon.
That is weird.
In a packet is
God.
great. I walked into Tesco the other day and I see you could get chicken out of the refrigerated section in a packet, but like not like a but it was like. I don't know how to describe it. Like it was in like an Amazon package, and I was like, no human being should ever fucking eat that. And then George Clarkey goes, "No, great protein before the gym." And I was like, "Of course you buy chicken in a packet, take it to the gym."
George.
You nut job.
Classic George.
He loves it. I had to move his little mat out of the way because he's been.
It's actually my mat. That's my
it's
mat
actually that he stole.
Yeah. Yeah. My yoga mat that I've not used for yoga.
He put a picture in the WhatsApp group chat the other day, just randomly in the Chaos Crew group chat of just him doing gym-related activities in this
I'm
room.
better than all of you. Look at me.
He's not wrong.
Working out at home.
He's not. Well, you two go to the gym together.
Yeah, we go. I'm doing like a crazy fitness thing in November. I just signed up for, which is like I had my first PT session yesterday. Holy shit. I'm fucked.
What's the goal?
It's like an indoor thing, and it's like 10K, but you do like an exercise in between each K that you run.
Oh, fuck that.
And it's like non-stop. So it's like you do a kilometer and then you do like 1,000 meters rowing, and then you do another kilometer, and then do like squats, and then like there's all that farmers carry, like pushing a rope, pulling a rope, all this stuff. And he made me do like 10 minutes of it yesterday, and I'm like, can't move today.
Fuck that.
So I've got 6 months to be an animal, which probably isn't going to happen.
What's the goal here? You just want to...
I think I did it because I'm like not... I do gym, but then I like just fall off after like 4 months, and I just kind of give up.
Sure, you're good. It's good you get to the 4 months part.
Yeah.
I went with you guys one time, and then never went
broke
back.
The treadmill record.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I just went to stay on the treadmill the entire time.
It was on fire. You're running so fast.
And then I never went back again because I just got my discipline is fucking dreadful. I mean, that's what we were saying earlier. Like, my sleep schedule is constantly like, people go, "What's your sleep schedule?" And I go, "I don't know," because like it will be 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and the next day it will be, I've woken up at 8 p.m. and like, and then I sleep like 8 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's just all over the place. I guess it depends on how late I leave making a video to.
Right, yeah.
Because at the moment I'm trying the most disciplined thing I could do. I was like, I can't do the gym, so I'll try upload a YouTube video a day, because at least that means like I could do that from my bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
But then, you know, it's not that it's hard. It's not hard at all. It's just motivating yourself to go through TikTok for an hour.
Yeah, is
genuinely sometimes you're like, these are really funny videos, so this is going to be a great laugh. And sometimes you go, this app is the worst thing that's ever happened, and I hate it, and I never want to do it ever again. Which I guess the gym is kind of like that in a way. It can be rewarding, but there's a lot of pain in between. But I've never been good. I don't think I've ever properly ever done. I mean, I don't.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I've been going on and off for like 5 years now, and you wouldn't look at my body and think he's ever gone gym.
Yeah,
well, it's like quite depressing.
Whereas you look at George Clark, and it's just like,
yeah.
Although when I met George, he was like crazy like about it. Like, I don't know if he's still. I got and started making YouTube videos, and
I know. Yeah, he just like infected him with your
exactly, and then inevitably
the YouTube mindset.
Yeah, you just become lazier and lazier, and it all just becomes about the real time, and nothing else matters. But you're uploading YouTube videos now.
I am, not as much as I should be, but I'm getting there. Hopefully.
That's how it starts.
Yeah, got one that should be out this week. And then we're filming next week, Chaos Crew 1.
We are.
If I can start doing one a week, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, one a week. Well, at the moment, I'm on one a week on the main channel, but that's mainly because, not because I don't have ideas. I've got loads of ideas. None of them are good, but I have ideas. It's more like I forget. Because we record so many videos to other people, I forget that I actually don't have one.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I am the same. I think I've been smashing YouTube recently.
but I haven't posted.
I'm just there on other people's.
Yeah, it's actually
saying one word every 5 minutes, one joke every 5 minutes.
But to be fair, like with the 6-man, like when you're doing a 6-man video, it's a lot better than it was at the beginning. Now I think everybody's like really found their feet.
Worked it out, yeah.
But like it is one of those things where trying to get a word in edgeways is hard. I've been trying to like. People keep on commenting on the videos being like, can you guys not talk over each other? And I'm like, do you know what the problem is? Everybody has a different delay. And although it's only like 0.2, 0.3 of a second, the difference that makes is actually insane. Especially when people don't realize how fucked it was in this house about 3 months ago. Yeah. Mate, we had the worst Wi-Fi on the planet, genuinely. Like, it was so awful. It's one of the reasons why... Like I've started posting daily now because now I can upload a video and not have to go, sorry guys, nobody can use the internet for the next hour.
God, yeah, that's so annoying.
Because like that was the thing that people I don't think realised was like such a fucking issue here. It's like one person would upload a video, and if you were watching like the Arsenal game or something, it was just like completely fucked. Yeah. Like you could not like do anything on here. Or I'd be downstairs and like I'd put something on Netflix, and I'd instantly know if somebody else was streaming or even downloading like a file, because it was just like it would just go, and I'd be like, "Fuck, this is awful." So now we had to pay guys to come in. Well, I was like, I'm fed up, so I got Hyperoptic to come in and wire internet into the house
in the street.
Yeah, they fucking dug out the road, and it broke after 2 weeks.
Yeah, oh my god, that's crazy! I couldn't believe that.
And they came over and they went, yeah, like somebody's like fucking cut the wire. And I'm like, oh, how the fuck does that happen?
It's an I'm Alex hater.
It just goes, well, mate, one video a week was enough. We don't need another 7. It just fucking got rid of them.
Stop the consistent upload.
Yeah, mate, we don't need more. Like, how many Paul Breach? Somebody who fucking loves Paul Breach.
Maybe it was Paul Breach.
Yeah, to be fair, he's just like, there's too many.
Was he in London around that time?
He's always in London. We love a Paul Breach update, to be fair. We're going to try and avoid it on this podcast. But do you know what I do want to talk about? Have you seen this fucking Mizzy bloke?
Oh my god, yeah.
Like, so there's this guy, I'm sure you guys watching will be familiar, but if you haven't, I'll give you a quick rundown. There's this guy who like...
Oh, he's just come in, actually.
Yeah. That's because I left the door open again. There's this guy who's been doing these prank videos, but prank videos is like a weird word for him, because prank's normally like there's a twist.
Yeah.
Or it's like, actually, this is like beneficial to you, or... You know, there's some form of joke where you mainly confuse the person. He goes into people's houses and then just like films it when they leave the door open, when they've got their kids inside and whatever.
That's insane.
And then he did another video where he ran up to like the 70-year-old woman and he's like, oh, is that your dog? And she's like, oh, yes, it's... This one. Yeah, he goes, oh, and she's like, yeah, it's my dog. And he just picks it up and just runs.
Oh, my God.
And she's going, give me my dog back. And he's just like running. But the video ends... So there's no like, oh, and he gives the dog back and he goes, oh, I'm only joking. The video generally, he just picks up the dog, runs, and it's just done. Yeah. And I was like, did she actually ever get the dog back? I'd assume so. Yeah. But that's the part that you want to leave on, right? If you're pulling off a prank.
That's what I mean, yeah, just to show you're not a twat.
Yeah, but you did give
that you are like slightly a twat, but not a horrible one.
At least in your head, you'd be like, oh, you know.
That's so, yeah.
It's very odd, but he was rewarded with a Piers Morgan interview.
Oh my God, why?
Yeah, honestly.
That is exactly what he would have wanted.
Yeah, genuinely. I mean, he seemed to be buzzing about it. And he went on, made himself look like a fool, obviously, because he doesn't have anything clever to say, because he's not... It's not like a Nico Milana prank or a Max Fosh video, where, like, you know, there's like a genuine level of thought.
I think he reminds me a lot of Max Fosh.
It's a menace.
Oh, wow. Wow, it's just absolutely ripping off Max Fosh.
Stealing people's dogs. Yeah. I stole a 70-year-old
I think I could steal that dog.
I wanted to get a dog, but I didn't want to have to pay for it. That would be, actually, to be fair, that would be a great twist, wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
I
officially became a dog thief.
Yeah. That would be his way of doing a twist on it. To be fair, if Max did it with that voice, maybe I'd be more...
Maybe. And,
open to it.
Yeah. Because it is obviously because of the race of Mizzy that we're talking about.
Mate, the comments, I saw comments about, like, I mean, Piers Morgan had to say about 4 times in his interview, he was like, I would say the same thing to a white man. It's like, that's great, Piers. Why? There's no reason to mention that. It's so odd, though. I saw somebody tweet, I can't help but feel like we're watching the rise of a superstar.
I saw that. What?
It's like, mate, with Max and Nico, there's like, there's a joke, there's a motive, you know, there's like a reason why they're trying to get that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like kind of like a Lee Nelson prank.
Yeah.
Like there's a you know, you can go, oh yeah, I want to see this person get got, and then with Mizzy's video, it's just like random person on the street. I'm just going to go up to them and make them fear for their life.
Oh, no. Yeah, like 10 years ago, Rise of a Superstar, Justin Bieber. You have to have like hit songs at 4. Now you just have to run into people's houses.
And make them
He's going to be a star.
He's going to be great. And then it's like the next thing I see is, he's going to be on the next boxing undercard. And I'm like, of course he is. Because that's the level.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, but I've stopped. I don't know if you ever tuned into it at any point.
No, I like obviously like kept up clips wise, but like I've never tuned in.
I watched like
because it's always underwhelming.
The first two. I went to the Logan JJ1 in Manchester, and that was like great because it was like such a huge feat.
Yeah, it's just kind of it's weird. It's just like too much.
And I went to the Gibb one in Miami and was incredibly like disappointed, obviously, like flying all the way out there. Oh God, we'd been out there for 2 days. We're all sat drinking in Miami, and then it comes to fight night, and we're like, this is going to be the greatest event. Like, we get to see Gibb box, and then we get there, we pour in, you've got to wait like 4 hours. Security were a fucking nightmare.
Yeah,
we're sat there. Then Nico comes in dressed as like some like Man City owner, and it was fantastic. And you're thinking this is going to be the greatest night ever. And the fight was over in about 10 seconds. I genuinely didn't see anything. I was like, I turned around, was talking to like Will Lenny, turned back, and they were like, oh, it's over.
That's so, that is mad.
And then from that point onwards, I was like, okay, maybe this isn't quite like what I thought it was going to be. And then every fight since then, after you've flown to Miami,
True.
You're like,
it's
I don't
probably
want
a
to
good
put
way
that.
to end it. Yeah.
I don't want to put that commitment in
Yeah.
again. And then also the cards have just got worse and worse.
Uh-oh.
It's time to restart. No, it's
No,
not,
it's
mate.
not. We're filming a bloody podcast.
Don't update during the bloody podcast, little laptop. So like, and now the cards have just got weirder and weirder. And I don't know about you, but like, I don't recognise anybody on them anymore.
No, that's the thing. It's like there's no genuine beef.
Yeah.
It was all a bit like the thing like KSI and Logan Paul. I remember being gassed about it because they did like hate each other.
Yeah.
And it was like new and now it's just like, it's almost like the way things have gone with Marvel.
Yes.
There's just like too much of it.
Yeah.
Like, why are there 3 different companies doing like 3 events every month? It's like, I don't care enough about these people.
Yeah, I don't even know which one's which now.
Yeah. Like, oh my God, sing that Boogie 2988.
And Wings. But that one was for the culture.
I know, but like, I was also just like, imagine being a boxer and seeing this. Like,
but the thing is, do you know what the problem with that fight is? It's completely lost on people who aren't like massive fucking freak nerds like me, who were watching Call of Duty commentary in 2009. Like, that fight is only relevant to like, it's relevant to probably like.
No, I mean, I didn't know who the Wings guy was. I actually used to love Boogie.
Yeah, I love Boogie as well, but Wings.
And he went really weird.
Mate, Wings was like one of the first YouTubers I ever watched. Like, genuinely.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
This was back in the day where YouTube videos, like the peak YouTube video, was microphone and Elgato, like capture card and Modern
days.
Warfare 2 gameplay. Wings was like one of the proper OG like Call of Duty commentary guys, which obviously like so much of YouTube has come from those guys, but now like Wings is like a complete relic. Like Wings used to have beef with KSI.
No way.
Yeah, genuinely. KSI has a rap on his second channel.
Oh yeah.
That must be like 12 years old, where it's like a diss track on Wings of Redemption.
What?
Because Wings called him
totally missed that.
He called him like an unfunny FIFA YouTuber. And then that was like, so KSI's rap career could be dated all the way back to a diss track on Wings of Redemption. But that's the thing, like, that's lost on the 13-year-old audience that are watching it now. They're just like, oh, it's 2 fat people.
Yeah.
But Boogie, obviously, that's a different one. I think a lot of people know Boogie is.
Yeah.
He is fucking odd now, though.
Yeah, he is.
I met him.
Really?
I've met Boogie. It was one of my greatest moments, honestly, because, like, as a kid, you grew up watching YouTube videos. Like, I walked into an Airbnb because my mate had invited me round in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
It was around VidCon time, and I walked down to the back porch, and he was just sat there in this armchair. And I walked in, and I generally went to who I was with. I went, it's Boogie tonight.
I'd be like,
I'm not really starstruck by many people, but I was like, oh my God, it's fucking Boogie tonight at 8. Like, just sat there, and he basically said to me like one of the most concerning things I've ever had anybody ever say. It was mental. I can't repeat on the podcast. It was that insane. I will tell you off camera. But he said something to me that generally made me go, I have to leave.
Oh my God.
I have to get up and leave. He basically just said something like that made me really worry for him. It was fucking mental.
Oh God.
And then I was like, okay. And I told one of the guys who was there, like staying with him, I was like, Boogie Tonight at 8 just turned to me and said this on the porch, and I've never met him before, and this is really weird. I was like, I'm going to go. And then I left, and now he seems to be doing all right now.
Yeah, I think so.
Or was that a low point?
I don't know.
This is the thing with the fighting. When everybody acts like it's the best thing they've ever done in their career. Yeah. And I'm like, this is the worst thing you've ever done.
Yeah, I think it must be because, like, if you probably do, obviously like, everyone gets a pretty big bag for it, but B, like, you probably like do people when you train like that, and if you take it serious, everyone's like, oh, this has like changed my life. Like, you probably have to be disciplined. Even if you fucking get smacked out in the ring, you're probably like, oh, it's like made me change. I bet you get a taste for it. Like, I bet, like,
well, that's why people can't stop.
Yeah, like if you go in once and you lose, you're gonna be like, I want to train again and do it again. But yeah,
it is impressive. Like, I think I shit on it a lot. I would never do it, I don't think. There's only one time where I was even semi-tempted, and that was when Rory Jennings messaged me.
Oh, yeah,
saying,
I want to see that fight.
And the reason why the reason why I'd want to do it is because he's my
Chelsea
mate.
Chelsea.
Yeah, Chelsea v Chelsea. And it would be like, the whole friendship group gets an unbelievable laugh out of that. Like, it's actually funny.
Yeah.
That is something where you'd be like, everybody would be invested.
Yeah, I would be front row.
Everybody would find that hilarious. Yeah. Whereas if I fought a TikToker none of us know, you'd be like, oh, what's going on? If one of our friends fought a TikToker that nobody knows. Like, and that's the thing that I find with, because I feel like I talk about it and I forget that a lot of the people who are fighting are people who I generally know and are friends with. And I sit here and I go, it's shit and it's like a low point. Yeah. I'm like, okay, the training is massively impressive. The skill, regardless, is, if you win especially, like, it does, as much as it looks shit, it would be like it when you watch us play football. We probably look fucking dreadful.
Yeah,
like if you, especially like when we did Clash of Creators. Yeah, like I look like the most unfit man ever on the planet. You weren't there. Actually, no, George Clarkey. Actually,
I'm still actually mad about that. I was like, why the fuck did I get an invite?
We were gonna do. There was gonna be another one. But it never fucking happened. Apparently they got paid, but people bought tickets, but it just never.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember being announced, and I was like,
yeah, I remember getting started,
and I was like, and I haven't been asked.
Yeah.
But they were like, he's playing. And I was like, am I? Nobody told me. And then I got a message, like, randomly going, yeah, it's been called off. And I told everybody, and everybody I met was like, you're the only person, genuinely, Alex, for some reason, you're the only person out of everybody who's playing who's been told that it's not happening.
Really?
And I was like, but I wasn't even asked. Yeah. So they've told me that it's not going on. They haven't even asked me if I'm going. And I've gone, oh, cool. I didn't even know this was a fucking thing.
Yeah.
And then I've gone to everybody else who has actively tried to get involved, and they've gone, oh yeah, they just keep telling us it's still on. And I went, where? And they were like, up until like yesterday. And I was like, they told me it was off 4 weeks ago. So it's a fucking mess. I hope everybody got refunded for that, by the way, because that's a fucking nightmare. But it is mental that like the boxing thing is where it's at. But for me, I am just like, the wings boogie thing, I was like, oh, that appeals to me in like in a really small way. But every other fight on that card, I couldn't tell you who's fought.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think the thing that annoys me is more like when people stop uploading videos as well.
Yeah.
Because especially if they're, depending on who they are, some of them, if they stop uploading videos, I wouldn't know. But like, I'm glad to see like Jay from TGF is back posting videos.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've watched his videos on his second channel since he stopped. Well, his solo channel,
right?
And not the TGF one, since he stopped like doing the boxing thing. But like, he's come back to YouTube, and those videos are far better than one fight that lasts 5 minutes.
Yeah,
every 6 months. Because that's the weird thing about it as well, right? Like you go away for all that time, and then you do an event, especially if you lose, and it's only on for what, like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
and probably watching on a dodgy stream, so I missed most of it. And then, because I'm not paying.
Fuck that.
Because like, they want you to pay, and they also want you to pay like, what, 40 quid for the whole month. I mean, it's like, I don't care about any other boxing, so like, I don't know, do you watch any boxing?
Only the big fights, like literally like once, twice a year.
I don't think I've ever watched a boxing fight that isn't a YouTuber. That's actually mental.
See, that is what, like, there's so much better. Like, I remember when it was Wilder Fury, like, oh my god, it was like one of the maddest things I've ever seen. You're just never gonna get that with like fucking KSI. Like, it's just like, it's so weird.
Was
it's just gone too far.
Like even recently, like he fought that Joe Fournier bloke, and his whole controversy about the fact he's elbowed him in the face.
Yeah,
and I'm like, this is mental. That it was great when there was an element of comedy to it. I think that's what it should be.
Yeah. Like,
it should be funny. Because also, seeing YouTubers, like, once again, no offense to anybody, because I know most of these people, have met them, and they are all lovely people. But, like, when I see a YouTuber go, like, I'm the big dog, I'm the beast, and I'm going to kill him in the ring. I'm like, mate, like, all right, you look at KSI, like, he is physically, it's unreal.
Yeah, I know.
And he, to be fair, I know it's cringe, but you look at him, and if he wasn't a YouTuber, you go, oh, he's just an insane athlete.
Yeah.
But, like, I hate saying it because I'm a YouTuber, and I hate when, like, that word pulls stuff down. And we all make YouTube videos, and we all want to be able to do whatever we want. But it isn't like when you see a YouTuber saying that they're, like, the beast.
I know.
It will never not be funny.
No. Yeah. But somehow, with like, my thing with KSI, and, like, I respect him massively, but he's just, like, he's just not cool.
Like, I don't think any of us are.
No, but like, I just think like he can't pull off being like, I am the nightmare. I am like, it's just not like.
I think, do you know what? It doesn't help. It'd be like Max Fox doing it.
Yeah.
Because they're both private school.
Yeah, exactly.
boys.
Exactly. That is exactly it.
I want Max Fox to get in the ring.
Like he's like career's birthed on cringiness, you know, like, and it's funny.
Yeah.
I wish he just like, I don't know.
I think everybody goes through that stage where they want to be really taken seriously. I definitely did. And then I realised I can't. I've got a digital footprint and it's impossible. I just got to accept that what I am is what it is.
Yeah.
And then, like, I would much prefer it if somebody came on and, like, generally seemed to just be like, you know, just having a laugh at it. The first few press conferences he did with, like, Logan and stuff, they're all like, they're like making stupid jokes, like doing the diss tracks. That was peak YouTube boxing.
So good.
Because, like, even though, like, you know, I think Logan was actually the best at it. And that's why everybody loves him now. Yeah. Because he really just was like, he was really having fun with it. Like, really, like, taking the piss. Whereas, like, the Jake Paul route, fucking, like, I'm like, mate, like, nobody, you're not like Tyson Fury. You're not Mike Tyson. Like, it is.
It is, yeah. It's just like a fever dream.
It is so fucking odd.
It's insane.
But it is also mental that boxing is a sport that, like, could you imagine any other sport being hijacked like that?
No.
Like,
it's not possible.
Football.
Maybe UFC, but like, it has to be like combat, I think, because otherwise, like, what? Yeah.
Like, how many other sports are there where, like, a bunch of YouTubers could walk in and then be, like, main stage events?
Yeah, literally none.
Like, it's, like, football impossible, really.
No, yeah.
Like, you'll occasionally see somebody maybe get, like, a Toby Jizzle was going to play for Crawley Town in an FA Cup game or whatever.
Yeah.
And then,
as much as
but Toby was, I remember, like, that story came out, Toby and Manny went to play for Crawley, and then they turned it down, I'm pretty sure, because they were like, we'd be robbing two players who have played their whole life to be here. And then also, like, people would start being like, the FA Cup's a joke.
Yeah.
Like, and that was good on them, to be fair. They were respectful.
Yeah.
They were like,
I rate that.
They didn't come in and go, I'm the best boxer alive. Because it's like, mate, you're actually making it, you should come in and go, yeah, I really want to respect the sport and, you know, I'll do what I can. But coming in and being like, I am the greatest. It's like, you are annoying. But that's what I do. But then but I think if I did that, it'd be funny.
That's what, if you played it like that, it would be hilarious.
Because I remember when Logan Paul did his YouTube Olympic Games, the Challenger Games. And I went to that and I was like, all right, they were like, what events do you want to do? And I put down shot put, javelin, and something else that was like weight based.
Yeah.
And I turned up to shot put, and it was me and do you know Bradley Martin?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's me.
Similar build.
Yeah, me. Yeah. So it's me sitting with Bradley Martin, and there was this other guy who was also like a bodybuilder, same size as Bradley Martin, and they were the only two other people putting themselves down for shot put. So it's those two, and it's me. And I was wearing shin pads, a headband, and a vest because I on purposely was like, I'm going to put like, and I was wearing I had like my football socks on, and one of the guys turned to me and he was like, oh, you put yourself down for shot put, man. Like, I'm looking at you like, I just don't really think like, you know, that this would be the type of thing you'd want to do. And my first thought I wanted to be like is, it's Logan Paul's Challenger Games. Yeah. It's not the fucking Olympics. I haven't come here.
Very true.
I haven't come here to win, but obviously I have flown over from the UK, so they think that because they're seriously competing.
Yeah.
And they genuinely think they're going to win, and they want to win it, and they care about winning it. Like, they think that I care about winning it. And I went, oh no, I'm like Olympian in the UK. I'm an Olympian shot. Like, and I threw it 3 times, foul throws every single time. I didn't even register. And the guy turned to me, and afterwards he went, oh, you were joking? And I just went, yes. I was joking. The only person who got what I was doing was a joke was Jeff Whittick.
Wow.
From the Vlog Squad. He came up to me. He came up to me and he went, I see what you're doing. He went, it's fucking brilliant. He went, everybody here thinks you're genuinely really serious. And he was like, it's brilliant. Keep on doing it. And I went, thanks, Jeff, and walked on. But like, even that was weird. That's what those events should be.
Yeah.
But those events are weird to be at. Like, if you're ever at one of those things, because I remember sitting down in the changing room, and I'm just like, there's a YouTuber I've done a video on. bullied his family.
Oh my God, yeah.
There's a YouTuber I've bullied. There's another YouTuber I've bullied. And that was funny for one. But also, like, you're sat in a room with these people who you actually, like, I never thought any of these people would be real. Like, I remember Rice Gun walked past me.
Wow.
And I was like, he's not real in my mind. Like, Boogie Tonight at 8.
Yeah.
When I met him, like,
so weird.
Is there anybody you've run into where you're like, I can't believe that I've...
So, weirdly, recently, last week, I went to a gig, and I think what it is like, I don't know if you even know, do you remember the Midnight Beast?
Yes.
The, like, parody people.
They're
like,
Channel 4 show.
Yeah, like, eat my dessert before my dinner.
The Kesha.
Yeah. That's such an early YouTube memory for me. And that guy, he walked in and I was literally like, oh my God. Like, more than any big celeb, I was like literally like struggling to be. I was like, mate, like I'm actually such a big fan, like shit. And I was like, it was so cool.
His stuff,
and all the way he looks the exact same as well.
Yeah,
but I think it must be because it's like that kid in you is like, oh my God, it's that guy.
He does like TikTok stuff, and it's like really fucking good.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God.
But yeah, those guys are like core. Like those are guys who like my mates. No, Midnight Beast is. Like I remember that was something where one of my mates from home, when we were like probably like 13, was like,
I know.
Have you seen this? Like, have you seen these guys? Like they're so funny. Like
so good.
Those type of people. I'm trying to think really if there's anybody like that. I mean, I haven't gone out recently, so I'm not going to run into anybody like that at all. But yeah, there's a couple people like, I mean, Boogie was definitely one of them where you're like, he's like a character in my head, like can't believe he's real.
Yeah, weird.
There's so many, there's a few, I ran into he now does like, he's called Jimmy, he's great, but It's Wednesday, my dude's guy on Vine.
Oh, yeah.
And I remember running into him and he was in the full get-up. This is before he transitioned into being he'd stopped doing the meme, and actually he's got like 1 million subscribers now, makes like hilarious videos, like generally really funny. But at that time, like I walked past him and he was dressed as like in the Spider-Man costume with the glasses with the goggles on. And I was like, that's fucking weird. It's like,
yeah, that would be weird.
When you run into somebody doing their bit, it'd be like if every time I saw you were dressed as fucking Voldemort. Yeah,
I am.
But I suppose
every time I leave the house,
because I've never had like a viral video, so I actually
like one thing that you're attached to.
Yeah, I've just got the E-Boys as a background member of that, so I don't get anybody go up to me and say anything specific ever.
No.
But with you, like, we had somebody deliver something to the door. Didn't we?
Yeah.
And I heard them from upstairs ask you to do the TikTok.
That's always fun, on your doorstep. And I was in a really bad mood as well. It was like really like, oh come on mate, just do it. Like one time, please man. I'm like, no man. Like,
please give me my package.
Yeah, and there's the worst thing was it wasn't even I'd opened the door to leave, and he was just about to knock on the door for a package that wasn't mine. So I'm like, like, it was just like, it was just awful situation. And it's happened like 3 times now where cars have stopped. Like, it happened last week, like a guy in a van just stopped and was like, Voldemort! I stopped in the road. I'm like, oh my God, like, it's just weird. It's weird. But I think it is happening less now, which is good. As in, like, people aren't just being twat. Like, not enough time's passed.
It's weird. It's like people don't know what to do with themselves, isn't it? Like, they panic, and the first thing that comes to their mind is just like, like, do the thing.
Do the roar.
For me, I don't think I've ever had. Have you ever had anybody randomly shout just abuse at you for no reason?
No, actually.
Only one time, which is actually amazing for me. If you think about it, that's actually good. That's actually an achievement for me. I've only had a few shout at me one time only. I was walking down the street, and I was with somebody at the time, and they weren't like, didn't do any YouTube stuff or anything. It was just like a friend. And walking down the street, and this, like, he must have been in like year 8. Honestly, he was fucking tiny. Like, he was so small, and he was walking past me the other way. He just went, "Oh, I'm Alex," and I went, "Yeah," and he went, "Your videos are shit." And I just went, "All right." And that was the whole interaction, and we just carried on walking. That was the whole thing. That's amazingly the only time that's happened.
That's pretty crazy.
I've seen people shout crazy stuff at like the Sidemen. Where like we've been walking down the street and somebody said something, and I've genuinely been like, I can't believe they've actually just fucking said that to them. I remember, because obviously we play football together. We play at Shoreditch. I remember one time, like during the summer, we were playing and Toby came and he was in goal.
Yeah.
And we were playing at like 3 p.m, which is like our fault, really. We try and play at times. Actually, I'm not going to disclose so people can't come and fucking bother us, actually. So we try and play at different times on different days.
Midnight.
Don't try and find us. But these kids, it got put on Snapchat, and then like maybe like 20 kids turned up.
Really?
And we're playing, and they're just like, just going, black goalie, black, from like the KSI video. And it's like, and I literally turned and I went, you don't know him?
Yeah.
But then like the worst thing was we had like a ringer in that day because we couldn't make the full numbers. And this guy, not a YouTuber, not an influencer, must have just been, I probably worked in the space if he was there with one of us. Although I actually think he was like one of the guys who worked in the space's mate. So I actually think he didn't do any YouTube stuff at all. Ginger lad. You could see where this is going.
Yeah, I can see.
Every time he got the ball, just like 20 kids just like hailing abuse at him for being like he would misplace a pass and like, you're shit, Ginger. And it was like, it was just non-stop. And I was just like, this guy doesn't even like make YouTube.
So
this guy's
bad.
just like, there's like, you've got like Harry Rotershaw, Will Lenny, Max Fosh. Those guys, you can like me, you can hail abuse at us. But there's like the poor bloke, he's turned up because his mate's asked him if he wants to play six-a-side.
Poor bloke.
And he's just being abused by these random kids, Sidemen fans.
Wow. Kids are just awful these days.
It is mad. Like, I guess they must watch the videos.
I would say that as a whole. Like, I honestly think they're fucked.
We see Mizzy and it's like...
Yeah. It's just like, they're all like that, I think.
It's got
the internet has, like, we are probably part of the problem, but...
Yeah, to be fair. Although, like, I would say, you know... If you want to be like me, just bully people.
Yeah.
Bully 42-year-olds.
Just bully.
Yeah, just bully guys. That's acceptable. I think I'd be more upset if I'd joined in on the like breaking into people's homes culture.
Yeah.
I wonder what has to happen for you to be that desperate to have views that you go down that way. Because surely like views with no substance is pointless, right?
I mean, I don't know. I feel like people are. That's the cultures. Like views. I want them.
It's like I make commentary
the craziest
videos.
Shit I could do for views.
We make videos. I make videos on Pool Breach. So substance is a strong word that I use.
To be fair, I'd say making a dozen videos on Pool Breach is about the same level as walking into a house.
Yeah, I might as well kick the kid in the head. Yeah. To be honest, it probably would. At this point, it's a harassment case. He should.
You do videos on Pool Breach. Mizzy breaches people's privacy.
People's houses. You know, Pool Breach breaches into... no, I can't say that's definitely going to get me a lawsuit. Actually, let's be careful about that. Yeah, I don't want to... He said he's going to start suing people, Paul. So he's got 6 targets that he can look for.
I've only done one of them. Please, Paul.
Yeah, you probably didn't really say much, actually. Yeah. So you're probably saying...
No, I actually did say quite a lot of bad stuff in that video.
One of the things with the Chaos Crew videos is worrying about, like, it's been 7 years since we recorded one, so, like, how do you know I can't remember what I've said?
True.
I mean,
like,
it comes
which one it was.
I mean, it comes back to haunt me.
Yeah, I know, that is true.
Look, I'll open them up and I'll go, so this is the one where I said that mental fucking comment.
Yeah.
And then, like, I start getting tagged in, like, the compilations of stuff we've done. And then I'm like, did we really all say that in that video? And I'm like, I guess we did.
Guess we did.
It's terrifying.
High all the time. We don't remember.
Yeah.
I have to do a lot of crack before I
to be honest,
go on camera.
I am doing them sober, which means I don't even have that excuse.
Yeah.
I can't even plead insanity when it comes to the Pool Breach court case, to be honest.
No, you're fucked.
But yeah, I mean, what would you call yourself after? Would you call yourself you could definitely call yourself a musician.
Yeah, just
over TikToker.
I mean, yeah, it sounds cool, doesn't it?
Yeah, you don't want to say TikToker.
My PT yesterday, like, obviously I hadn't met him before, and he's just like, I'm lying down and he's like massaging my leg like this, and he's like, "What do you do?" I'm like, it's hard to explain. But I would say, yeah. What do I even fucking? I just say musician.
I've been,
and then it's like I do some like comedy as well.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's valid. I feel like with you can get away with that because you've actually been on a stage, so you're like a real entertainer.
Yeah, there you go. That's true.
You're a proper performer.
Yeah. I come from the live side of things, stand up. I was a stand up before before I was an online thing.
You actually, but because I keep on getting that fucking video on my recommended of you doing stand up.
What? On YouTube. Yeah. Oh yeah, fuck the
Your panic.
Yeah, I was fuck. Like I forgot the Shortle Comedy Awards.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I didn't even get through, fucking bastards.
Did you not?
Yeah, I didn't get through that round.
I honestly, though,
I actually can't believe. I bet they're ruining it now.
There was a point where, like, I really wanted to push myself to do it, and we were so close to doing a tour.
Yeah.
Like, and then the main thing was I was going to go on tour with George Mimulus. That's an exclusive, guys. We were going to do a tour, but I just think that being YouTubers, it was the first time where I was like, yeah, I don't think people actually understand how much fucking work goes into trying to fill up a 40-minute show, but not just trying to fill up like a 40-minute show, making it good. No. And then the dedication to tour that show. Yeah, and then also, even with us at the time, like, we were offered good money because at the time it was like there were so many YouTubers touring and it was like doing well. I think Dan TDM had sold out the Sydney Opera House more times than any performer ever.
What?
Yeah, genuinely. How mental is that?
That's insane.
So they were like, yeah, let's get I'm Alex on tour with George Mimulus. And I remember, like, we sat down and I was like, George, do you understand how much work it's going to be? And it's like, oh, yeah, you've given us a guy to help write it. And I was like, you do not, like, if we want this to be authentic, we can't have a guy who's we can't have a 35-year-old man write the I'm Alex and George Mimulus comedy tour. It would be a disaster.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have us up there like playing Nyan Cat videos and like doing annoying orange impressions, which I am great at, but I do not want to do for a full fucking hour. And yeah, we just sacked it off in the end because I was like, George, seriously, mate, like the amount of time it's going to take to write this is going to be a nightmare. And then what really killed it was Will got his tour numbers back. And we were like, oh, fuck that. No way. I would love to, but I've got to the point now where I'm like, genuinely to write like a good 15-minute set of comedy would take me like 15 years.
Yeah, it is hard.
Especially if you know actual comedians.
Yeah.
Like, my mate Lewis Spears has been a professional comedian for like, over a decade.
Yeah.
And like, the work he puts in is fucking mental.
I know,
and
it's insane.
He's doing like 100 people shows, and then he's doing like, I mean, some days he's doing like rooms like 50, 100 people, and the next day he's doing like, he's opening for like Santino, who does that podcast in America, who's great.
So cool. I love Santino.
But it's like, it's constantly fluctuating, and it's such a grind, and the stress he's under is crazy. And like, yeah, I mean, it's just fucking mental, and I'm like, I mean, he's trying to balance his YouTube channel on top of that. And I'm like, he's actually funny. Like, he's funnier than I will ever be. So I'm like, fuck that. There's no way. I'm like, I will just make YouTube videos and like half a TV say something silly.
It's like so much more of a slog. Like, just the shit rooms you have to do. But I only ever did like, I don't even know how many gigs, a dozen. Because I just get so like, I'd book one and be like, okay, I need 2 weeks to get this good. And then I'd have to wait another 2 weeks. But like, realistically, I should be doing it literally every night. Yeah. Like, it's wild. To rooms of like 10 people who are probably other comedians who are going up, so they don't want to laugh at you. It's like brutal. I had some fucking terrible. I remember one night I did it on a Thursday night in North London. And I didn't realise Arsenal were playing. And it was in this pub, and the TV was on, like, I was doing my thing, and the TV was on the other side. So everybody was facing the other way. And there was like 3 people just paying attention to me. And the Arsenal scored. And like, I think we won like 3-0. So it was just like, I'd be literally in the middle of a joke. And I was just, what the fuck am I doing? Yeah. Like, it's so bad.
It's like at that point, you're like, it's not even fucking worth it.
Yeah. And it's like, I was like 19. Obviously, like, before all of this shit happened, it's like, I don't know if I can do it. Like, it's wild.
Yeah. I think it's one of those things where you have to like, you also have to be like another level of brave.
Yeah.
To be able to do something like that.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've always, like, I think live podcasts would be cool. I'd love to do, like, a live show that's something that's, like, easy. Because I even remember, like, I did, when I was doing Happy Hour with Jack and Stevie, we did a live show to, like, 30 people in a room. And I remember, like, we got there, and it was just a fucking podcast, so we just had to talk. There was no expectation of us even being funny. The expectation was just that we'd be there.
Yeah.
And I remember turning up and being like, I was like so fucking anxious the entire time.
I know.
And it felt like I was up there forever. And they were like, "Oh, you guys were up there for 35 minutes." And I was like, "Nah, we were up there for like 3 hours."
Really? I think it always goes so quick for me.
I think the problem is that, like, Jack, we turned up and I went, "What are the podcast topics?" And Jack went, "I haven't written any. I thought
nice.
he was like, I'm hoping you do it." So I'm sat in the pub 10 minutes before we go up, like scribbling down stuff, like shit stuff about YouTubers that, like, we don't care about. So we go up there and then basically just turned it into a Q&A at, like, the halfway point because, like, there's no point. Which is actually what we're going to do with this podcast now.
Hell yeah.
And then we can end it. Because I asked everybody to send us some questions on Instagram.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're all fucking dreadful because I know what you guys are like. Let's see what people have to say. I've got 10 comments here about the fact that I'm an emo, which is fucking great, guys. I appreciate that. I keep on getting them. I'm not an emo.
You're like a half emo.
Yeah, I'm not fully committed.
You're half blood emo.
Yeah, I'm just depressed, guys. Sorry. I've got a comment on here that says, "TikTok monkey girl now." What the fuck does that mean? There's certain things that if people said to people in the street, they wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
I've been realising this for the Paul Breach stuff. Like, if I said to somebody, "Come watch my YouTube videos," they appeal to a very small group of people, and everybody else would be like, "What? Why do you guys care so much about this 42-year-old man?" And I found myself where people go, "I saw this Paul Breach video the other day and it's kind of funny," and I'll sit there and I'll want to explain, like, the 4-hour lore, and I'll go, "I've actually gone mental."
Yeah.
And nobody understands what I'm fucking talking about. All right. One of the comments is talk about the mass murder in South Africa.
Oh, no. I was going to bring that up, actually.
Is that one of the ones you got written down? All of these genuinely suck. It's actually, to be fair, this was a good one for me and you. How did you guys become friends?
Oh, classic.
We've known each other for too long.
Mate, it's probably 10 years, weirdly. 9 years.
Yeah, it actually is.
It's actually quite weird. We must have been like 14, 15.
We met each other. Was it a Skype group chat?
I want to know. That's what I mean. I don't know. I just remember, like, obviously I don't remember how we actually...
So I remember... I think I remember it relatively well. We were
Skype was ringing bells, actually.
At the time, we were both part of... There used to be these things on YouTube called MCNs, where back in the day, to get paid, you had to be part of a YouTube company.
I totally forgot about that.
There was this one company, and it was the first one to do it, that decided that their whole MO would be that they would partner anyone. Yeah. Now, that used to be a huge no-go. You used to not be able to do that. It used to be... Like, before that, I was Machinima, and in Machinima, there was only about 500 people in Machinima, and I'd only just, like, I can't even remember how I fucking got into Machinima. I remember being over the moon when it happened, though, and then I looked back at the contract, and it was 6 years, 60-40 split. Criminal. That's fucking mental. That channel got deleted, by the way, to get out of that contract.
Really?
I just deleted the channel.
Wow.
That was hard to do at the time, because I had like 8K subscribers, and I was like buzzing. This was back in like 2014.
Yeah.
I think I must have started the I'm Alex channel when I joined that thing. So I joined this YouTube network, and then we got put into like sub networks. And it was ran by this guy called Ben, I think.
Ben Hansen.
Yeah. Yes. It was ran by this guy called Ben. Yeah. And he put us on in a group chat, and it was like me, you, and like 5 other people on Skype. And the whole thing was basically like, we all sat over like, we're all going to grow together. We're all going to make YouTube videos together.
Fucking wild.
I made a Minecraft video with like one of the other guys. I think the only person I didn't think was a complete fucking massive freak was you. You. Everybody else was really weird. I remember that distinctly. Yeah. I remember distinctly being like, Also, like, me and you at the time are like 13.
Yeah.
And these are like 20-year-old, like 18-year-olds.
It was a weird bunch.
It was fucking odd, like.
Yeah.
And yeah, we did like 3 or 4 Gary's Mod videos together.
I remember we streamed it, definitely. Because you were doing well on Twitch.
We did stream it
on
Twitch.
We streamed it for sure.
Yeah, I had because I had my overlay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it definitely, like, I remember those videos being unlisted on the channel up until probably like 2018.
Yeah.
And then YouTube, like our back end got hacked and all of our videos got made public. Everything that was unlisted and private. So I went through and just deleted anything that I never wanted to see the light of day ever again.
I'm going to find the Twitter.
Which is I realised the other day I have so many videos that I loved on my channel that are just gone after that hack, because I was like, fuck, man, like, as much as I don't want these videos up on the internet, I want to be able to watch them, and now they're just like completely fucking gone.
Oh, is it not there anymore?
Which is a shame.
I remember to message you on Twitter, but it's gone.
Because it was it was Ben Hansen Plays, I think was his
that's crazy.
thing.
I had totally forgotten about that whole setup.
Yeah, and at the time I was doing Gary's Mod and Minecraft mini games.
Class.
And I think I uploaded a Far Cry 3 video. And we made videos, we were like 4 or 5 videos, and then I think we just like never spoke again, because I think it was in summer.
Yeah.
It's always used to happen. It's like I'd make a couple YouTube mates, and then summer would happen. Yeah. And obviously we'd all fucking go out with our actual mates and stop being...
I think it was like, I remember my mum was like, you're spending too much time on the thingy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, and then just starting to focus on school. And then I remember just being so bummed, like checking on you once in a while and seeing you like growing loads.
Right, used to YouTube.
Fuck, man, not gonna be me. Like, I was like, fuck.
But I just had the crazy ability to never, ever, ever decide to get a proper life. So it ended up paying off for me massively. But it's a flip of a coin between being... genuinely, I remember I was 17. I was at a house party.
Yeah.
And I hadn't uploaded a video in a month because I'd generally gone, I honestly can't keep making myself look like a freak. I'm not joking. I was like, I look like a freak. I was like, and I was like, but I knew with YouTube, genuinely, and it's so true, with anything on the internet, I was like, or music or anything, it's a time cost between like, you're that fucking loser who is a failed wannabe like musician or YouTuber, or you're a millionaire. And there is no in between. And so I was like, but at that point I was like, look, I've been doing it for 6 years, and the best I've done is like an 100,000 view Minecraft tutorial that isn't anything to do with even me. Like, I was like, in the same way that at the time, a lot of my mates had just been chopped from their football teams.
Really?
And that was a big, like, open my worldview to like, I just thought those, like, maybe he isn't the next Premier League star, and maybe I am not a YouTuber. So I was like, I'm not going to do it. And I went to a house party, and I went to college where all my mates stayed at sixth form. So I hadn't seen them in like 2-3 months. I just see them as I cycled to college.
Right.
I'd cycle past our school. Yeah. So I go, hi, and then fuck off. And that was like, and maybe I'd see like 2 of them. So that was like we basically hadn't seen each other fucking ages. And like 3 of them took me like into like the garage. Sounds really odd. And they were just like, why have you fucking stopped making YouTube videos? And I was like, oh guys, I was like, you know, they've been put on the fucking, like, our English teacher put them on the fucking whiteboard. I was like, after that, I was like, I've realised that it's either, I was like, do I want a girlfriend at any point? Yeah. So I'm going to like fucking not make YouTube videos anymore. And they were like, nah, man, just do it. Like, you're at college now, and like, frankly, no one cares. And like, you know, everybody actually like really like watching them. Like, we actually like, and I was like, okay. And these videos back then, like, I was doing FIFA commentary videos, and they were dreadful. My only friend was Pieface. He had about 100 viewers, which is crazy now. Yeah. Like, at the time, I don't think any of us would have thought they would have gone. Yeah. Like he's massive, right? He's huge, and like his channel was like insane. But only people I knew back then was Pieface and Rota Shaw's brother Josh. Those were the only content creators that and all of us were like, FIFA 16 was the worst FIFA ever. So we all quit. We were like, fuck it, this is awful.
Yeah.
No, like, we're not doing it anymore. Everybody decided that they were going to get a life.
Yeah.
So I remember just going to college and then being like, actually, nobody fucking knows me here, so I can just make YouTube videos again.
That's good.
So then I was like, I'm going to post every day from that point. And I think the first video I did was about like iDubbbz Rice Gun Content Cup. And I posted it and it got like 100 views in about like 6 hours. About 2:00 in the morning, and I was just about to go to bed. And I just got a notification like iDubbbz retweeted your tweet.
No way.
And then the video, like, this is back in the day where Twitter actually meant something.
Yeah.
And I woke up the next day and the video had like 50,000 views and I gained 10,000 subscribers.
That's crazy. I never knew that.
And
That's wild.
Literally just that one video. And then from that point onwards, it was just like, I mean, at the time, that iDubbbz was like the guy.
Yeah.
So if you could have got an endorsement from any YouTuber, it would have been like him, PewDiePie, and I guess KSI. Like those would have been Filthy Frank. Those would have been the 4 people. If you're like, who are people watching right now?
That's wild.
So like, it was that, and then it just like spiraled from there, which was mental. Because I was literally like adamant that I was like, I can't fucking keep on doing this. I was like, if people do not start watching, I was like, I cannot sit in my room and make another fucking YouTube video. Which is a shame because I'd done it for like 7 years, like every day. But it was also a thing where I remember I stopped for a month and I was like, I actually just don't fucking do anything. Like, yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Did you ever stop like properly? Like, did you not feel that time with anything like entertainment?
No, man. Like I honestly didn't. Like I'm trying to think. Like, not really. Like I kind of just like I never really did any like. I probably would have like a month where I'd be like, yeah, I want to be a YouTuber still, and then like would do like 2 videos and then give up. But I also was just like annoying. Like I had an annoying voice, and I was just annoying.
I saw your video.
Like, yeah, like it's just like it was just never gonna happen until my voice fucking broke. And I guess doing stand up made me want to do it again, and then fuck knows, man. It just happens, doesn't it?
Well, that was the thing that I remember. Like I quit at 17, when in reality, that's when I should have been the only time I ever actually fucking decided to turn the camera on. Because making videos before you're 17,
I know,
it's just like, why the fuck would anybody want to fucking watch that?
Yeah, it's wild.
Nobody wants to watch a fucking like a 11-year-old kid play Call of Duty. I thought I was so
funny. I couldn't understand why I wasn't like the biggest thing ever.
I remember just like relentlessly posting videos and being like, I don't get why he's doing so much better than me.
It.
Like, because I'm fucking irritated.
Yeah.
It's fucking mental. And now we've got a house.
No, here we are.
That is mental though, because I always see those videos on like TikTok where it's like, me and my mates at 11, it's like we're all going to grow up and be YouTubers in a house or whatever. And like, when you actually think about it, maybe the guy at Flix Digital was right.
I know, maybe he saw something in us,
Maybe Ben Hansen was correct.
Sorry, not getting any.
I wonder if he's out there.
He actually might have messaged me recently and I didn't reply. Actually, like, it was in my message request.
He's a 38-year-old man.
Yeah, no, but actually, Ben, I owe you, man.
If you actually think about that, he is responsible for us having he's actually responsible for us having a house. Some random bloke on the internet.
Yeah, that's crazy.
In 2014, who was like helping run some weird YouTube scam.
Yeah. Crazy.
Fucking hell.
Crazy.
Oh man, it's so mad. YouTube's so different now. It's actually fucking crazy when you think about what it was like back then. I mean, we were all gaming channels.
I know.
And now I don't think any of us would ever fucking make a gaming video.
No.
Sims
shout
was
out
fun.
Lewis Bucking Games.
Yeah, shout out Lewis Bucking Games, to be fair. He's the one man who stuck to it.
It's putting it off.
But that's enough for this episode of the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed the laying down on the sofa episode.
Yeah.
It's obviously quite different pace, but we're doing 2 podcasts, doing one Monday, one Friday. So enjoy it, and have a good one, guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you guys soon. Check out Arthur's stuff. Thanks. Check out his music. Go watch all of his shows. You got any shows coming up that you could talk about or not?
I'm going. Oh, I don't know if I can say that yet. No.
Keep an eye out.
Yeah, Arthur TV Reacts. Thank you. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.